Guess who's back, motherfucker? That's right, it's me. Booyakasha.
Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back.
I've been thinking a lot about the making of this video, if I should do it or not, because she's just new, and I don't want to claim to be a pro yet with her, because of all the backlash we'll receive if you say, bro, I mastered this champion already, even though she's just out for 1 week. But I have some good results in the end, so I'm just gonna make this video anyways to tell you guys how I play her and why I got a 60% win rate with her right now in over 20 to 25 games. Obviously, she's one of the weakest AD carries if you look at her win rates. In general, she has a 41 or 42% win rate in the jungle and just a little bit higher in the AD carry role. But I will tell you the reasoning why that is, why I think that is, and also why I think that I have a higher win rate. So if you look at Kai'Sa, her range is 500, which is very low, which means she can get almost bullied by every other AD carry in lane. And because of that, mostly when you play aggressive, you will get outpoked, you will get out-traded, and you will lose lane, and therefore you will not be able to snowball, and it will take a lot of time for you to get back into the game. So the most important thing about Kai'Sa is knowing how to lane, and thanks to your laning phase, you should be able to skill up into mid game to deal some damage. Also, besides that, her build path, which is recommended by Riot, is awful. They want you to build Butter something, which is totally trash. What I see a lot of other people do as well is build Rageblade into Runas, which is not bad, but you can do better. And I have a build path that I will show you later, that will show you why she's so very good. And I took a build path, obviously I didn't come up with it. I took it from some pros on probuilds.net, and I tried it out after I tried Botterk and that Runas build, and this one is by far the best build on Kai'Sa that I've seen so far, and that's the Essence Reaver into Pickaxe, into Static Chef, into Infinity Edge, and Rapid Fire Cannon, or if they have a lot of tanks, you need Botterk later on. So the reason why you build Essence Reaver first and then your Pickaxe is because you will get 100 attack damage, which is good for a Q passive. That will deal 12 missiles instead of 6 missiles, so your damage gets doubled up. And after that, you obviously want to get your attack speed to 100%, so you get invisibility every time you use your E. And those are the main things you need to focus on. And after that, you just build based on the game. Now that we talked a little bit about why I think she has a low win rate and what build I think is best on her, let's talk more about how to play this champion in the laning phase and then in the team fighting. So in the laning phase, you pretty much want to play as safe as possible, literally like Vayne, but even more passive, and only engage when you know time is right, when you see they are so mispositioned that you can just punish them for it, or when your support goes in and takes all the focus. Otherwise, you don't want to trade, because you'll probably lose. Obviously, Kai'Sa is gonna get buffed by Riot, I'm sure of it. Until then, just play safe. After the buffs, we can talk a little bit more about what our options are, but for now, you really need to play safe and only farm. Obviously, when you only farm, you will skill automatically. You don't need to have kills. As long as you don't give kills to the enemy AD carry as well, you should be fine. Whenever your jungler comes to gank, let them engage. Let your support engage. Just follow up afterwards. A little tip you can use: at level 1, you'll probably get poked immediately against poke champions like I have right now. So you just wait until all the 3 minions are very low HP, then you use your Q so it clears out immediately. You can do that for the ranged minions as well. That way you can clear without getting too much damage back. Oh, and always tell your support to play passive, otherwise they just mindlessly engage and you will die. Supports with CC do wonders for Kai'Sa because she gets extra stacks from their CC, those plasma stacks. Basically, the reason why she deals so much damage is because of her passive. Her auto attacks aren't that amazing. Q is nice after you get like the upgraded version of it. Your W is actually very nice. I really like your W. It deals a lot of damage. The scaling is very good on it. You max it 3rd after your E. Your E is good and bad. Why? Because you obviously get an attack speed and movement speed steroid, but while you are getting that steroid, you cannot attack. So let's say you press your E, you cannot attack for 1 or 2 seconds, and after you're out of it, you gain the attack speed to attack once again. Which is really awkward at the beginning, because sometimes you just press E and then you want to auto attack and she just stands still and can't attack. So you need to work on that, but it will get better later on when you get more attack speed. Don't worry too much about it. Her ultimate, yeah, let's talk about her ultimate. So her ultimate, you just dash in onto someone who has plasma. You got a pretty nice range, but damn, fuck. If you mess this shit up, you will die immediately. And in a team fight, you usually don't want to use this skill. You usually want to use it at the beginning or after the team fight to either clean up or assassinate. Because if there are 4-man grouping or 5-man grouping and you just press your ultimate, it doesn't matter on who you press it, you will get blown up. Don't do that shit. Wait for the right opportunity for the right moment, okay? Good. So let's sum everything up so far from this video. I will tell some little things that I forgot to tell earlier on as well. So your power spikes are at level 2, 8 and 9. Usually at level 8 because you will get your 100 bonus attack damage, so your Q evolves. That's a big power spike, people don't expect that damage immediately. And at level 9 because your Q is maxed out. So when you're at these two levels, try to pick out enemies that are solo, so you'll deal the most amount of damage, or just squeeze champions. Besides that, play very passive in your laning phase. Don't trade too much, focus only on farming and let your team do most of the dirty work. Go for fleet footwork. Obviously you need to sustain in the laning phase. And if you're up against enemies who deal a lot of poke damage, buy Doran's shield instead of Doran's blade. Only buy Doran's blade if you know you have kill potential with your support. I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video as well. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you liked the video. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about Kai'Sa. Do you like her? Don't you like her? Do you think she will get buffed or nerfed? And till next time.